and they're going from one shore to a different shore. So in a meta way, this often means that you are much more sort of taken care of than you know. In a specific way, in the readings I've done for people in the last 10 to 15 years, for some reason, it always means that you're either taking a short trip for a couple of days unexpectedly, or you're going to either California, Florida, England, France, or New York. Don't ask me why. It almost always means that. When I get this for a client, I'm like, you going to California? And they're always like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm psychic. Okay. The third card is the Temperance card, which means have some patience. There's a big full moon in Aquarius coming up tomorrow night. And a big full moon in Aquarius, you're going to need patience because Aquarius is one crazy sign to have the moon in. But temperance means don't overdo it. If you are just starting a new exercise regime, don't try and run 25 miles at once. Don't overdo it and then stop. I know my doctor said I was supposed to run 3 miles a day for a week, and I called him after a week and I said, Doctor, I'm 21 miles from home. What do I do now? Sorry, old joke. Okay. The Temperance card does mean that this week it's best not to overdo anything. So, like, lay off the champagne, only have one glass. Lay off the cigars. But have some patience and know that if you've started a project, it takes time and it will come to fruition. It will work. But cut yourself a little slack, have a little patience. And that's the psychic weather for this week. Let's see. What else? I'm totally ready for callers right now. So if anybody feels like calling in, that's a good thing to do. And we have Donna in, I think, looks like it said Tweeds Head, Australia, which is my new favorite name for a town anywhere. That's so cool. And I used to live in Australia. I wish I did now. Hi, Donna. Which part of where is Tweeds Head? Is that south or near Sydney, Melbourne?
New South Wales. No, near the Gold Coast. I'm right on the border.
Ooh, look at you, Gold Coast. I love. Can I come visit? I lived in Darlinghurst back when it was not posh, and Bondi and all those other places. Good shrimp. So, my darling, tell me your birthday because that's how I sort of tune into you.
Okay, 10th of December, 63.
Okay, what 10th of December?
Yep.
Great. Oh, and 63, your year of the, I know they call it year of the rabbit. It's actually year of the cat. I love people born in the year of the cat. And Sagittarius cat, that's an interesting combination. Sagittariuses have a very hard time with fibbing. They're not very good at it. What they are very good at is telling the truth and being warriors for justice and having a lot of fun. So tell me what your question is, my love.
Where am I at with it? Work dilemma.
Interesting. Well, this is unfair. What I'm getting is that you're a little too good at your job, and some people can be so short-sighted. People are a little resentful about that. It's almost, look, you just show up, you do your job, you're very good at it, you have a very high standard for yourself, but you don't, call out other people. But there are people, two people in particular, around you who are a little threatened by your competence. I I'm not actually trying to blow smoke up your bum. This is actually true. I'm not just being nice. Does this ring true to you? Are these people a little...
Yep.
I thought so. Yeah, because they kind of suck at their job, to be honest with you. So they want to sabotage you so they look better. I don't know why the first thing that doesn't occur to them is, hey, maybe we should do a better job. But it doesn't, because they're not that kind of person. I'm sorry, my grammar's all over the place because I'm upset for you. You do have an ally here, though. It's not somebody, it might be, is your boss somebody who doesn't maybe appear in the office, your big boss appear in the office very much, or isn't there all the time? Because somebody who's on your side, who's your ally, is not necessarily in that office all the time. Is that correct?
Yes and no. I'm going through a, what do you call it? A dispute with them at the moment from an injury.
Oh, I hope they give you cool workman's comp. They will do everything not to. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I went through that in a job I had, and they outright lied to me, and I had to be really proactive. I know who is this?
I've been going through it for 12 months.
Oh, my God. I am so sorry. I'm trying to get the injury. Hold on. Yeah, you really got hurt, and it was really their fault. Now, who's the ally I'm seeing? Yeah, it was. Okay, there might be somebody there's somebody higher up in the company who you might not even know personally, but who does not want to get the company to get a reputation for, because it's a company that's sort of on its way up, but also established. That's weird. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is anyway, it's not important, but there's like a parent company. This is an offshoot that's starting to do really well. Okay, well, you have a couple of people there who are lying to you. Do you have a lawyer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, you have a good lawyer.
Yep.
Wow, you're being stonewalled, dude. Let me see what's going to go on with this. Hold on. I'm actually going to pick some cards. Okay. Yeah, you got the person you got the wounded healer card, which is somebody who's been wounded. And the cards are a little stacked against you. So here's what I would do. Do you know anybody in the media? Is there somebody you can talk to in the press about how you're getting shafted? Because you are? Or
not offhand.
Okay, that's all right.
My solicitor,
thank God.
My solicitor's fighting it at the moment. My solicitor's fighting it now.
Good. I like your solicitor. Do you mind? Is it a leg injury or is it like a leg and hip thing? I'm having a little trouble getting it, so correct me if I'm wrong.
It's the whole back, mainly the lower.
Okay. It's the lower. It feels like it's the right hand side. So there's an L3, L4 injury that radiates down your right leg. Yep. Yeah. You're going to need surgery, and they're going to freaking pay for it. And it looks like they are. I just got the Chariot card, which means you're going to win. And I was getting some cards before that. What? Yeah. What? What, babe?
I've got no goosebumps.
Yes, we like that. That means truth. Those are called truth bumps. Okay, they're not, but now they are. My friend Elizabeth Grace, when she gets goosebumps, she's like, yeah, truth bumps. So, you're going to win. It has sucked up until now, and I'm really sorry because you're an excellent human and you deserve a lot better than this. Also, you've served this company really well, and I'm going to say you're the most conscientious employee they have because they don't know that they're being ripped off. There are 2 employees they're being ripped off by. So, what a good idea. Let's punish the honest when he does a really good job. But you are going to win. Because a lot of stuff is about to get set into motion. Bim, bam, boom, bam, boom. That's this card. When you get this card, it means that Sorry. It's a lot of things seem in the air right now, but they're not. It means all of these arrows are going to, all these things you've set in motion, or your lawyer or solicitor or barrister, pick your country, have set in motion, they're all going to work. They're all good. They seem like they're up in the air, but they're going to be like, that's like arrow noise, just in case you're wondering. You're going to be fine. Yeah, I think you're going to get a bigger settlement than you expect, because I think your lawyer is going to be able to prove that you got, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, it amounts to lied to. And stonewalled. That was
I saw that too.
Oh, yeah.
Are you there?
And it's provable. Oh, yeah. And who just identified what your injury was? Why, I believe that was me. So I think you can trust me to be right about this too. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 6 figures, because these people were not smart about their interdepartmental memos and emails, and they haven't erased them. And I think you got a good lawyer. She's going to kind of swing around and take them by surprise, but they have some incriminating stuff, which is going to prove that they, in fact, conspired to do you out of your just stuff. So hang in there. Have some faith. Ask your lawyer to look at their emails and look at the interdepartmental memos, because there's something in there that's a smoking gun. And that will prove that they conspired to lie to you.
Yeah, I
you don't need contact.
Now it's all in the hands of the solicitor.
No, that's what you have a solicitor for. What?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what your solicitor's for. You don't have to worry about it. Just make sure you show up to meetings with your lawyer, and you're going to be fine. And just make sure you keep track of everything. You know where your lawyers and doctor bills are, and you're good. You're going to be okay. Trust me on this one.
I'm just going with what the solicitor tells me. Can you see a time frame?
I think things are going to start happening a lot in the next 3 months. I would be surprised that this might wind up in 9 months to a year. A year would be my farthest guess. I think 9 months, maybe sooner. But things are going to start taking off now, like within 2 weeks. So I like your lawyer, and you don't have to be in contact with them. That's your lawyer's job. So you're going to be fine. Knock yourself out. And remember, when you come into the big money, I take tips. Will you call me and let me know what happens?
Definitely. I will, most definitely.
Male strippers, some champagne, a flight to Australia. We'll celebrate together. Okay. So keep in touch. My name is Perry. It's on your screen. Perry, P-E-R-I, like periwinkle. Lyons, like L-Y-O-N-S, like you got it. And just contact me via Facebook and let me know how you're going, okay? And I talk to people for free occasionally. All right? All right, Donna. Rock on with your bad self, girl. And
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Just
I will
say hi to the pretty boys in Bondi for me, baby.
I'd love to. Thank you so much.
I know I liked you. All right, take care. Keep in touch. Thanks, baby. Oh, so fun. I get the coolest people. Speaking of coolest people, that was Donna. Now we have Lacey, which is like my favorite name. I love that name. It's such a country western star name. I love it. So Lacey, hi, welcome. Are you still there? Did you get bored?
Yes.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Oh, you have a cute voice. You have such a nice vibe. What?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Oh, that's okay. It's probably the voices in my head. Ooh. Anyway, I'm happy you're here. And I want to know 2 things, because my producer flashed it on screen, but I have ADD the way China has people, basically, so I've already forgotten. You're from Cleveland, Utah. Okay, that's confusing. Yeah. Cool. Utah is so beautiful. I'm going to come visit you. Anyway, what day is your birthday, my dear? Okay, let's go skiing. What day is your birthday?
February 20th.
Oh, you're the first day of Pisces. Rock on. Oh, you're the most. I'm the last day of Pisces. So usually the first day of Pisces. Yeah, you guys are really like feminine and delicate and small boned and big eyed and psychic, and everybody's in love with you. That's really the first part of Pisces. Yeah. Towards the end of Pisces, we get a little more like big girls, but so let's see. Oh, you have a lot of love around you. People really take to you. It's nice. What is your question, my dear? Yeah, it's true too. So how can I help you? What's your question, Linjo?
I was just curious. My twin brother passed away a few months ago. If there's any messages regarding him.
Pace?
What's that?
He was, oh God, I'm sorry. I'm so, okay. He's lovely, a lovely person. He seems slender to me, or if he wasn't, slender, delicate. He almost looks like a 1970s like pop idol to me, like David Cassidy or one of those, like a pretty face, very sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's lovely. An Irish kind of name. I don't think it's Kevin, but is it 2 syllables? What was his first name?
Martin.
Martin?
Yep.
Oh, lovely. To me, that's an Irish or English name, 2 syllables. Because I don't meet American Martins. I'm very sorry. Boy, is he right here. Well, I'm getting some. He's fine where he is, but he wants. Do the words "I didn't mean to do that" or "I didn't mean it," or would that make sense to you?
Yeah.
God, he really wants. Sorry, I feel like it's too personal to talk about in public, but he's saying, I didn't mean to do this. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
He didn't mean to do that.
He didn't mean to do that. Oh, gosh. So I'm not in public going to talk about how he passed, but he's in kind of a hospital-like place where he's helping other people, which is very like him.
Yeah.
He's so sensitive, and I feel like he had a musical talent he didn't get a chance to fully express. He loves music. Oh, does he love music? He and I are disagreeing on musical taste right now because he's naming some bands. I'm like, really, dude? Did he like 70s bands? I'm
he
out
did.
limb here, but I'm hearing "Dust in the Wind." So that's either a song he wants you to hear or a song I've never gotten that in a reading before, so knock yourself out. He's okay. It's just, yeah. Close your eyes. I don't know why he's saying that. Only for a moment and the moment's gone. Or maybe that's what he wants to say. And my producer I know it's by Kansas, Dave. My producer just flashed by Kansas. He's a music cat. I know it's by Kansas. There's a couple of other things. Did he have, it's very important to you to him that he knows that, that he loves all of you tremendously.
I think he was kind of dating somebody.
Male or female? I'm sorry to ask that, but this is part of my training.
He had dated a male, but his recent one, I think he was on and off with a female. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, I do get that he was bi, which bless him. I think he's showing me a flower, so she might have name like Rose or something like that. He's also very sad because that was something that he was interested in continuing. Mostly what he wants, is your mom still here?
Yes.
Okay. She's just destroyed. Jesus. He is at her, he's at her right shoulder a lot. I mean, he loves his brothers and sisters, because there are a couple more of you, it seems. He loves you. Yeah, and he didn't give himself. And I think you have a little survivor guilt, and if you do, I want you to know that this had nothing to do with you. And he says, you've always been the greatest sister ever. I mean, you have been there for him. Was there a kind of candy that you guys used to really love when you were like 5 or 6?
Nothing that's coming to mind.
Okay, might be like something weird. Very much with you. Just, you can talk to him. He hears you. Light a candle for him. He's fine. He's going through a lot of very positive change, but mostly he's terribly sorry, and he wants your mom to know that he loves her, and he'll see her again, and he's with her all the time. And when she cries, just know that he's there comforting her. And you too.
Oh.
You're stronger, and you somehow know that he's not gone. You know that. You can feel it. You've talked to him. You sense his presence. Yeah. Oh, sweet. He's a lovely guy, but you know what? You're a terrific person, and you have a very long and rather successful life ahead of you. And you're going to, you're going to live out both of your dreams, but live your.
Hi, I'm Dean, and thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now back to A1R on the air. Psychic Talk Radio, now on Moonstruck TV, enlightening television.
Hello and welcome to A1R Psychic Radio Moonstruck TV. I hope you're all having a wonderful afternoon, morning or evening or wherever you are. Now, as usual, I always like to do a little chat, a little spiritual chat before we are about to take 2 callers that will call in for some guidance, or perhaps they want to connect to a loved one. Let's see what's going to happen. Anyway, so what I was thinking about is that I want to tell you a little bit of a story about something that I did in my life. I went to, now it was in 2017, yes. So 2 years ago, I went to Kashmir. And you may or may not have been reading the news, but there's a lot going on in Kashmir at the moment. So quite a dangerous place. But at the time, it was okay. There was a lull in the storm, if you like. And it's a northern part of India, and it is known for the problems that they're having because of, politically, there's problems between India and Pakistan. And but it's also predominantly a Muslim country. And so I was sort of surrounded by Muslim people. And what was so incredible that I really liked, and there's something that I just love this about any religion, whether it's, the bells from the church or in sort of Kashmir, they would call to prayer, because as you probably know that they pray 5 times a day, but they would be calling to prayer, and you'd hear all this wonderful calling going out, and it with loudspeakers as well. It was just incredible. And I stayed in this houseboat on the lake, and there was all these lily pads everywhere in the lake, and you could sort of hear this calling, and people would be rowing their boats for the people that lived on the lake to the land to sort of go go to the mosque to pray. But really, what it did for me, it was probably one of the most inspirational trips I've ever taken in my life. And the reason why it was inspirational was because it taught me about prayer. As you know, they were doing that 5 times a day. So I was surrounded by people who were praying, and people would say to me, oh, you know, I'm going to pray for this, and I'm going to pray for that, and this is what I'm praying for today. And it was something that people took really seriously. And, you know, being a medium, I would, you know, do sort of, you know, demonstrations of mediumship and services. And I would do an opening and a closing prayer. And that was sort of the prayers that I was sort of used to. But what I learned out of this whole experience is actually the power of prayer and the importance of prayer. Because what I've learned through my connections to spirit is that there is a God, and there is a spirit world, and they do listen to what, you know, our prayers, and they are open to help us. But the thing is we have to ask, you know, because otherwise they would be intervening with our free will, and we have you know, a right to have our free will. So it's really interesting just how important prayer is. You know, some people may sort of, you know, pray to Archangel Michael for protection, or Archangel Raphael for you know, for healing, or even to God for help in their lives, or for help with other situations that are in the world. You know, that are, you know, some of the atrocities that are taking place in the world that you could pray for. But what I'm always told by my guides is that the spirit world always listens. They always want to know how they can help us, and they want us to really engage with the power of prayer, and really engage. It's almost like asking. And I know that, you know, when you look at sort of, you know, a program like this on A1R Psychic Radio, that there will be people that perhaps are troubled, or people that have problems, or people that have concerns. And for those people, you know, I say to you, just, you know, pray to God or anybody in the spirit world that you want to pray to, because it will really enhance your life, and it will make a difference. Because I know firsthand through my prayers that God and my guides and people in the spirit world, they do listen. So that's sort of a little interesting talk about prayer. Now, I know that I have a caller waiting. We have Cheryl in Canberra, Australian. Well, I'm just reading, you know, what the producer has written. He said it's the Australian Capital Territory. Australia is ready.
That's correct.
So now,
hello.
I have a sister, and her name is spelled exactly the same as what it's been said to me, and her name is pronounced Cheryl. So is it? Are you Cheryl or Cheryl?
Cheryl.
Like almost like with an S rather than the C.
It's the C. Yep.
Yep. Good. Okay. So I am a medium, and I can help with sort of, you know, guidance and speak to my guides, or I can you know, connect to a loved one in the spirit world and create a communication. Is there a particular way that you would like me to work?
No, just a general reading, please.
And okay, and is there a particular area that you'd like me to focus, because we do have such little time on this show?
Romance, please. I don't have anybody in my life.
Sorry, say that again. Oh, romance. Sorry.
Romance?
Yeah. So is somebody going to be coming into your life? Okay. Okay, so what I'm being told is you're rather used to being on your own, and I feel that you have really sort of got it, almost like you're accustomed to being on your own, and it would take a certain sort of special person to almost slot into your life, because I feel that you're quite routine orientated, and you like to have things done sort of in a certain way. And I'm being told that whilst you're open to a relationship, there has been some doubts in your mind as to whether you actually want one. And I think you oscillate between the idea of whether you want one or not. Does that make sense
Correct.
to you?
Yes, it does.
Because what I'm being told is the spirit world will quite often listen to you moaning about men.
Yes, I do.
And they're saying to me that almost as though you have to be clear in your mind as to whether this is actually what you want. But they say to me that if you were to decide that this is what you want and you do want a relationship, that what they're saying to me is that there is somebody that is there for you, and you will be in a relationship, but almost like it's not straight away. That they're showing me, I do feel that you're quite wounded as well from a previous relationship, because I can see that they're showing me a wound, and they're saying to me that emotionally you're it's almost like emotionally you're not quite ready for that relationship just yet.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you, Cheryl?
Yes, it does.
And I I feel that a lot of men are judged by your ex. It's like,
Yes, they are.
like, and they only have to do one slight thing like him. It's like, oh no, not having anything to do with him. Oh, he's not the one for me.
That's true. Very true.
And he's what I'm being told is that by my guides is that the spirit world really want you to take care of yourself and treat this time as a healing time, and treat this time as a time where you are giving to yourself. And because they say that emotionally you need it. It's almost like you need to become free of the shackles and the burdens of the past. Because in your mind, there are times when you go over and over and over the past, and you're looking at, you know, what this person did to you, and how you wouldn't, and just, there's still a lot of hurt. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
But what my guide is telling me to do, he says it would be a really good idea if I were to put you on my healing list, and so I'm just picking up my phone so that I can put you on my healing list, because they will help with your emotions and healing you from the past. Would you be happy with that? You know, I'm not
Yes,
stepping
I
on
am.
your toes. Good.
No, you're not. I'm fine.
So what I do is I'll put you on the healing list, and I sit for an hour every day sending out healing. So I'll make sure that you're on the list, and that you're so I'll put you on the list. So it's Cheryl. Okay, I've got you on the list now. So what I'm being also told is that if you, almost like as you go through the stages, because it's like a grief, isn't it, when you break up from somebody, And also, I sometimes think it can be a whole lot worse than grief because you've got the hurt and the pain and the anger and stuff like that. But what I'm being told is that as you go through the stages of the grief of the past and become more healed, what I'm being told is that you will become more and more open to the idea of receiving somebody else into your life. And I'm being told that this will happen, but I'm looking sort of, it's down the track. I know that you're not going to be on your own for the rest of your life. I know that somebody else has been sort of, it's almost like it's been allocated or prepared for you to meet. But I know that this is about your healing time and looking after yourself and just getting rid of that past and the hurt. I hope that helps, Cheryl.
It does. Thank you.
Thank you very much for ringing in, and I wish you well. And you're on my healing list, so I'll be sending healing to you every day.
Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure. Lovely to meet you, Cheryl. Right, so we have Sushi in New Delhi. Are you there?
Yes, of course, I'm here.
Oh, lovely
Hello.
to hear. Hello. So I am a medium where I am able to connect to loved ones in the spirit world, or I can speak to my guides and we can look at some guidance. Is there a particular way that you would like me to work?
Yes, sure. Hello?
Which way would you like me to work?
I'd just like you to present a question and then maybe you can just answer.
It's slightly a bad line and I didn't quite hear you. What is it that you wanted?
Hello? Can I ask
Yes,
you a
I'm still.
question?
You want to ask a question?
Sure. So I and my boyfriend, we are living together. We're soon going to have a baby. So I just wanted to know how our life is going to be in the near future. I mean, we've been through a lot of controversies lately in our life. So how our life is going to be further in the coming time.
All I can hear is that you are with a boyfriend and that you're living with him, and how's it going to go in the future? Is there anything significant in addition to that you're asking me?
Yes, I'm asking how our life is going to be. Is it going to be controversial? Is it going to be okay? Is it going to be fine in the future? Yes.
Right, okay. Let me have a look. I'm being told that you're the mature one out of the two of you. Does that make sense to you?
Sure. Yes.
Because what I'm being told is that it's almost as though your boyfriend is still a little bit immature and will take some time to catch up with you in your maturity. But what I'm being told is that with your love and your guidance and your patience, he will catch up and he will be your equal. Because I think that part of the problem here is not about whether it's going to work. It's about him not being your equal at this stage, at this point in time. And I'm being told that, so with your guidance, your love and your patience, he will come to the point where he will be your equal. And I feel that this is down to you as to whether you want to persevere with him. Because I do feel that in time, with your patience, he will be one of the most wonderful husbands you could possibly have, or partner or boyfriend or whatever you want to call him. But what I want to say now is I don't feel he's in this position right now. But I feel that it's almost like I feel that you may knock him into shape. Not literally, but it's an expression, and sort of you're telling how it's supposed to be, and I feel that he will grow rapidly in your company. You are the best thing that's ever happened to this man. I do feel that you're going to be quite a teacher and quite a guide to him on the earth, which is just incredible. Because what my guide is saying is that he is saying that you are a very evolved soul, and that you have lived many lives, and that but your boyfriend, it's almost like he's been stuck in the ability to mature and grow up in this life, and I feel that you are going to be. It's almost like I'm also being told that you made this promise that you would help him, that you would guide him in this life before you came to the earth plane, and so it's almost like you are meant to be with him. There is a soul connection. There is a soul connection, because my guide is saying that you have known each other in previous lives. I feel like he's been your brother and he's been your son in a previous life, and I do feel that you're it's like a soul commitment to him that you're giving. But moving forward, once he's sort of, established this maturity and grown because of your help and your support, I do feel that your relationship really stands a good chance. I do feel that you, because what will happen is he will be your equal. The two of you will be your equal, and it's in a country where, and this is coming from my guide, this is not my opinion, it's in a country where it's not so normal for women to be equal to their husbands. Sometimes the women are more than the man. But anyway, I'm being told that this is about coming together in this life and becoming and being an equal. And I feel that you also, as a couple, you will be a great inspiration to many people, because I feel that the two of you, it's almost like the two of you will be a teacher to many people. You will show people how to be, and I feel like in your community and in your where you live, there is a real feeling of transition and how your world is changing. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, definitely.
Good. And I also feel that you are. I feel that there's something that the two of you will end up doing in a vocal way. So it's like, and I don't know how that's going to be, but I just get that feeling that you will end up. You will be quite. The two of you will be quite opinionated on how things should be in your life and how things should be in your community and society. And I get the feeling that you two will be making a stand and making a point to your community and your society, and you will be doing it together. And this is the reason why you've come together. The first stage is him getting up to speed with you. The second stage is the two of you working together. And I just feel that you're going to make a real impression on your society and the people around you. And I think you're going to be quite thought-provoking and sort of and share your opinions and your ideas with many people. I think it's going to be wonderful. What do you think?
Sure, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, and I'm also being told that you're a very intelligent woman, and and I'm being told that you've had a good education, and that you're wise. You're very wise about life, and you've experienced a lot in your life, and that has really shaped you. You are incredibly wise. Um, so I think it's quite exciting, because I think anybody that is going to do something special in the world, because I feel what you're about to do is special, because you're helping people see the right way. You're helping people to be, work towards the light and not be oppressed. And I feel that it's a real issue about being oppressed. And I feel that this is part of the work that you will be doing in India. It's absolutely fantastic, and I congratulate you for your strength, because I know that you have an enormous amount of strength to do this. And I also am being told that God has chosen the two of you to do this work. This is something that you were always meant to do. And I've been told that you were meant to talk to me as well. How does that sound?
Yeah, I'm really surprised that you all know all of this. And you know what also we are actually expecting? Next month we're having a baby. We've been expecting this year. So fingers are all fingers crossed. Let's see what is ahead of us.
Yes. I couldn't quite hear what you were saying, but we're coming to the end of the show. But I just want to thank you for phoning in. I am on Facebook. My name is Gail Moffat. So if you want to sort of send me a message on Facebook, and I'll answer you. And as I do with anybody that's listening, and just approach me, and then I can answer you. But sadly, we've come to the end of the show, and it's interesting how I was talking about my, right at the beginning of the show, talking about the importance of prayer and my time in India. And then we have a caller from India. How fantastic is that? Sushi, thank you very much for calling in. Lovely to speak with you. Thank you.
welcome to the show. This is Soulstar Radio. We're coming to you live from Cryle Castle in Ballarat, Victoria, and it's going to snow. Why not? And I'm joined by the one and only world jousting champion, who is Australian, and he's Philip Leach, and he is here in Cryle Castle. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you this morning?
A little bit cold.
Yeah, tiny bit cold. Now, we're actually on the wonderful thrones here. And can you tell us what room we're in?
We're in the tavern, so a big function room where we have our medieval feasts and performances and such. So yeah, it's quite a special room, very cosy.
And for those in the Ballarat area, the Winter Feast is actually on this Saturday. I'll actually be performing some live platform readings and hopefully making you laugh as well. And there'll be some beautiful music. In the meantime, we're going to talk about the history of the castle and also about your jousting. Now, as a world jousting champion, can you tell us, where did you first start horse riding and all that sort of thing?
Oh, well, my family, my mother in particular, always had horses. So even from when I was quite young, I had access to them, and I'd just muck around riding and that sort of thing. And although I didn't ever do it sort of, seriously, that was always something I was familiar with. And I always had a deep passion for everything medieval and knights and swords and fantasy and that sort of thing. So when, as an adult, I sort of discovered that jousting was actually something that people did, I was right up for that. And my wife at the time had a horse, so I started riding on her horse again and putting together the equipment and doing the training that was necessary to joust.
It must be pretty hard work. You have to work out physically as well. And
yeah, well, I mean, it is a sport. Jousting, like any sport, if you want to perform at the top level, you have to condition yourself for it. So besides the actual activity of jousting and practicing the skills involved, I do have a fitness routine. I do watch what I eat to a certain degree, and it all helps. But when you're in those difficult situations when you're actually competing.
Yeah, that kind of looks a bit scary, really. I'm sort of looking at this jousting stick and going, splinters in very inconvenient places. But how heavy is a jousting stick?
Well, the lance, which is called a jousting stick, I think they weigh about 5 kilos, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but they're over 3 meters long. And when you lower them so that you're holding them horizontal, they actually get quite heavy in the hand. And I think it adds like an extra 20 kilos of pressure that you're holding in your hand on the big solid lances that we use. So part of the technique is actually managing that extra weight and having the technique right so that you don't have your lance just completely horizontal all the time, and obviously, the strengthening and conditioning helps with it as well.
Cool. Now, you travelled to the US with this and done some TV stuff, so can you tell us what show that is and what you did there?
Yeah, so that was sort of my first overseas trip regarding jousting, and it was back in 2012, I think. There was a show being filmed called Full Metal Jousting, and a friend of mine and another jouster called Rob Walker, he got the job of coaching one of the teams on this show. It's like a reality show. People, two teams get trained to joust, and then each episode one jousts the other and gets eliminated. The winner got $100,000. So, Rod selected me to be one of his assistant coaches on the show. So we went over to Mississippi for 3 months and filmed that, and it was an absolutely fantastic project to be a part of. I got to experience the American jousting. I did quite a bit of jousting over there as well, and it really sort of it was hard work, but it really helped my jousting, and it was a great experience.
Do you find that there's different techniques from different countries and different types of people?
Yeah, absolutely. So the American style of jousting, they use pine dowel lances, which is slightly different to most of the world use a balsa tip on the lance, and then some of us now are actually doing historical swords, so lances that are exactly the same as the ones that we used historically, with sharp steel tips on the ends of them. So within each of those styles, there's different techniques and requirements and all that sort of thing.
I'm thinking so. I'm thinking that could be just slightly dangerous.
Yeah. So the sharp steel tips are actually there as a safety device. Believe it or not. Yeah, they're it's called a coronal, which is another word for a crown, and they look like a three-pointed crown, and it's designed so that it's a big tip that can't go through your eye slot or anything like that. And when it hits your shield, instead of sliding off, it sticks into the wood and grips, so that the tip doesn't slide into anywhere that it's not supposed to go. So strangely enough, it's this sharp steel safety device.
Wow, that's pretty special. Well, now you recently competed, and were you already the world jousting champion in June, or did you?
I was defending my title basically, just the World Jousting Championship, and once again it came down very close to the last round. But both years there's been an excellent field of competitors, as you'd expect at that sort of level, and so I managed to secure the win again, which I'm very happy about.
That was really cool because it was actually on my birthday, so I was like, there you go. Hilarious coincidence. But so that was in Warragul. How many different countries were competing, and what countries were they?
Oh, let me see. So besides Australia, we had a Russian competitor, a French competitor, a Canadian competitor, and a Dutch competitor. So there must have been one other. And a Norwegian as well.
No, that sounds very interesting. It's like, wow. So all these different techniques as well, and they come across that. So it's not just really playing the same sort of way.
And even the different participants sort of like had slightly different strengths, weaknesses, and techniques that they use. And the Russian guy, for instance, was very strong, and he'd just sort of like lower his lance and come in, like a bulldozer. Whereas others have more of a more technique to how we put the lance onto the shield. So,
That's really scary. So with your sort of experience at Crowell Castle, what do you know of the history of the castle?
I know a bit. So the castle was built by a man named Keith Ryle. That's the name, K. Ryle. And they first started building it in 1972, opened in 74. And at that stage, it was basically a couple of towers on a hill and a gatehouse and a section of wall. And since then, it's never really stopped. And a project like Crowell Castle is just an ever continuing thing. You're adding more things to it. By the time you've built more stuff, there's other things needing maintenance or revamping. So it's been over 40 years of just sort of like continual evolution. And now it's over 5 acres of walled area full of buildings and an arena and all sorts of different things going on here.
And so this weekend, when we've got the Winter Feast event, what sort of things will people find when they come in here?
Besides the stuff for the festival, the normal Crowell Castle things will be running. So we'll have jousting on the main arena, as well as another equestrian show, which is Skill at Arms, where we wear our soft costume and do more things like picking up rings and hitting targets as an obstacle course. And then there's different plays, pantomimes, things for the kids like face painting and calligraphy, archery, pony rides. So there's a whole bunch of sort of like castle related stuff that we do here as well.
Beautiful. And also with that Winter Feast event, with the expo side of it, there's actually going to be readings, healings, candles, crystals, all sorts of wonderful things, decks of cards. There's also a regular shop here that actually also sells a wonderful assortment of like even apothecary type things and smudge sticks, books, the whole thing. It's actually quite a wonderful place to come and visit. So yeah, it's kind of, what sort of future do you see with Crowell Castle particularly?
Well, we're sort of since the new owners, I say new owners, we've been here for about 6 years, have taken it over. There's been a whole lot of revamping and sort of like modernising the place to make it more medieval. So that will continue. We're sort of looking at expanding the accommodation style of things. We're always looking at our shows and performances and ways to improve them, and chipping away at different areas like inbound tourism, school groups, because there's a lot of different facets to the castle, and for it to be a successful business, with all those facets have got to work. So the theme park, the accommodation, the school groups, the corporate groups, and all that sort of thing all need to be working so that we can have a well-rounded and diverse business.
Cool. So with with your armoury and the colours and all that sort of thing, I saw a lot of red and the gold and that sort of colouring. What's the story behind that?
Well, I think red has always been my favourite colour since I was a kid. I think, I had a brother, and I was always red and he was always blue, and so red was sort of like a given. And years ago, I used to paint, those little metal miniatures that you have for Dungeons and Dragons and those sorts of things. One of the very first sets of that I got was a box of knights, and there was one in particular that had a horse, and I painted it red and black and gold, and it just worked. I just really loved that miniature. And when it came time to sort of like select my own colours, I was like, I'll do that. So I sort of like found a way for them to work, and the heraldry that I liked, and it's something I'm very happy with. And you see my colours everywhere.
Okay, so you have a dragon on top of your hat.
I have a dragon as a crest. That was actually carved out of timber for the remake of Troll Castle. They were going to use it somewhere, I'm not sure, and they cast some different copies of it, and one was lying around. I was like, I'm going to use that as my crest because no one's using it, and it came out really nice. And the crest is different to the heraldry on my shield. On my shield, I have another golden creature, which is called a griffin, which is how people tell me apart from all the other knights when they're all just wearing armour.
So what is the griffin about?
It doesn't really have to mean anything. Your heraldry, there's no symbolism for me behind the griffin apart from that it's just a creature a fantastic beast that I always sort of really liked in my gaming and Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. So I think later in history, so sort of like outside of the medieval period, people started associating the imagery on shield with different symbolism, and I know from that the griffin is supposed to mean courage.
Yes.
That was something I found out after I actually selected it as my heraldry. So a bit of coverage is never a bad thing.
It's also the best way because intuitively you picked it, and it's like, that does describe me, because you kind of feel more like Gryffindor than Slytherin.
Oh, definitely, I'm one of the good guys. I try to be.
That's a good thing. What about the Leach family name? Is there sort of a heraldry behind that?
No, there's not. It depends where you look. There's some. The thing is with heraldry is it was generally associated to an individual and not a family. And even though you might have a certain family that were into dragons, like the British royal family have their lions, for instance, different members of the royal family would have that in their heraldry, but they wouldn't necessarily have that as their family crest. Being a royal family, they also have heraldry for that family, but generally it was just like each individual would have their own heraldry. Heraldry could be handed down, so like if you were the firstborn, you might inherit your parents' heraldry, and that was a way that it would sometimes creep down.
And all of their land too. That was fun for the firstborn, wasn't it?
Yeah, the secondborn, you might have to join the church or something.
Yeah, pretty much. It's friar tuck time.
So that was a way that heraldry would sometimes get handed down. And if there was two people wearing, like if you had the father and the son both on the same battlefield, and the son was going to be inheriting that heraldry, they'd often put like a band around the top of it just to show that this is slightly different. And you see that with like Edward and the Black Prince, so both on the same battlefield wearing similar heraldry, but they just had this point of difference so people can tell them apart.
Does that make it a bit easier to like pick them out, like go for that guy?
Yes, it would. Yeah. And I think you do see situations where they had fake people as well to confuse the enemy. But like a big part of the heraldry was that so that you could be recognised by your own people, not just be a command within a conflict, but if you like charged into battle and defeated a whole bunch of guys and saved the day, if no one actually could see and tell that it was you doing it, what's the point? You've got to gain renown and do these cool things to gain renown, and there's no point of doing that if no one can actually tell that it was you.
Yeah, and it's also like, if not tough enough, everyone's going to mutiny or something.
Yeah, well, maybe, and in medieval warfare, it was when people broke, when people couldn't see their leaders and that sort of thing, and they were like, well, things aren't going well, but battles would just be lost immediately. As soon as people start running, it's game over, basically.
That's pretty heavy stuff. Wow. So there's also archery here as well?
Yeah.
So do you ever do that?
I do, yeah. I think I got my first bow when I was about 5 years old, and I've always really enjoyed archery. It's one of the more popular things that we do here. I also do a bit from horseback, which is a lot of fun and quite challenging. And my daughter's into that as well. So,
cool.
Yeah.
So the kids here can come and do archery as well. And is that going to be undercover this weekend or?
I don't know. It is. We're going to be undercover.
Yeah, because it's going to be kind of interesting. Yeah, everything's going to be inside. So if you are coming to Ballarat, it's still going to be cool because, it'll be cool literally, but it's also going to be good because everything's going to be inside. So it's actually really good on that level. I first learnt how to ride, like trick riding as a child.
Oh, right.
I loved it. And I remember once I applied those skills because a girlfriend bought a donkey. And
I can see where this is going.
And of course, donkeys have no wither. And she thought that it would be fun to race me on the donkey against her on her sister's quarter horse. And, let's just say the quarter horse kept running, and Jack, interestingly, Jack, and of course I'm Jacqueline, and I'm thinking she might have actually named the donkey Jack for another reason, but Jack asked. But, the donkey decided to stop and there was no wither.
Yeah.
And I went over the handlebars. Yeah. And the other time, where the trick riding actually came in handy was Jack decided we were running under some cypress trees. And, that wasn't going to end well. And so I actually did a back flip, like a roll off the donkey, saved myself. Do you find ever that you're sort of on a horse and it's like, this is not going quite how I need to, might need to get off?
Yeah, I generally try and stay on as long as possible. But there are moments when you're hanging off sideways, holding onto the reins, and it's like, there's no way you're going to stay on, so you better just look for a nice landing spot. The last time that happened to me, I was in armour and a horse reared, like right up onto his tippy toes. I was right off the back, and I remember just thinking, if I hold on to this, the horse is just going to come down on top of me. So I just let go of the reins and just off the back, and I was fine, and the horse was fine, and me deciding to bail then probably saved what could have been a really bad situation.
Yeah, God.
On donkeys, a male donkey is called a jack, so that's part of the reason as well.
He actually was a guy. Yeah, that explains a lot. So we've got a round table here as well.
We do, yeah. So we've got there's two main towers here. One's known as the Knight's Tower and the other is the Wizard's Tower. And we've got a copy of Edward IV's round table that he had made. In the medieval period, people were even more into stories of King Arthur and the like, and the stories and the ideals of his knights of the Round Table and chivalry were often things that kings and knights would want to emulate. So Edward IV had a round table built, and it still exists. It was then repainted by Henry VIII, putting his own face as the picture of King Arthur instead of this is a very Henry VIII.
That's a very Henry VIII.
Yeah, and so we have a copy of that in our Knights table, and I'm a member of an order of knights called the Order of the Star, and we're based out of the Coral Castle Knights Tower is sort of our club room, our base. And so we often have our meetings and things around that. And it's a really, really nice spot.
Beautiful. All right. Well, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me on Soulstar Radio today. It's interesting knowing that Order of the Star and we're on Soulstar Radio. In the meantime, we're going to wish everyone a happy day, and we're going to have a wonderful time here at Winterfeast. And join us at Coral Castle in Ballarat if you can. In the meantime, I'm going to wish you the very best for a weekend of love and light and healing. We might be snowing, but it's going to be fun. Catch you next week. Love. Bye.
Welcome to Angel's Divine Guidance from Angel Tuzania, live from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. So, the topic for today, I learned that at the Saskatoon X, it is made very clear that development and empowerment is a very important part of our society. We must empower everyone to be the best that they can be at what they do best. It's very important to build people up as opposed to ripping them down, okay? Unconditional acceptance is important to all of us. We all have to learn our lessons, and we all have to learn our gifts and our developments at our own pace and our own way. So basically, there's no right or wrong way to develop. We just have to accept and encourage people and empower them to be the best that they can be. And today, while pulling the cards, of course, for the group, we got the integrity card. To walk with integrity and truth is to walk in power meant in spirit. So even our cards are telling us that today we have to lift everybody up and keep everybody in good spirits to heal the earth and to go in the direction that most of society wants, which is peace and love. Nobody likes the war, the fighting, the anxiety. They just want happiness and peace. And it's very important as a society that we build each other up. I've seen a lot at the X this week where people were fighting and arguing and cutting people down, cutting people off, getting angry. And it's just sort of, we got to be at ease. We've got to accept people for exactly who they are and the way they are, and realize that a lot of people are so gifted and they do not understand how to develop their gifts or how to, how would I say, develop, how they would be just going forward with their gifts, learning what works for them and not be afraid to be judged or not be afraid to be told they're crazy, they belong in a loony house, and just go forward with joy and ease. It would make life so much easier. All right, so it looks like we have our first caller, Miranda from Pensacola, Florida. Hello? Miranda?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. I think we have a little connection problem here. I can barely hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, that's better. Thank you.
All right.
So for you, your card today is shine. For you not only light your path, but the path for others around you. So this kind of tells me that you are a person that enlightens and empowers people, that people like being around you and they like to follow you. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Let's see. What can we get here? Let's see. Now, what were you looking for today, Miranda? Were you just looking for general, or was there anything in particular?
Just in general.
Just in general. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Miranda, how are you looking in your workforce? I'm getting that there's kind of a little disruption happening.
A little bit what?
A little bit of disruption. Is there chaos happening at work?
I'm trying to get to work, but I can't even get there.
You're on your way there now?
No, what I'm saying is just I try to go send my criminal history record that I had to go get, and it's like I can't even make it there. So yeah, kind of it's like I'm trying to get there, but I can't.
Okay, take some deep breaths. Okay, the more we rush into trying to get to where we're going, the more there's going to be things falling in our path and slowing us down. So just go with the flow. In other words, just take a deep breath and you will get there when you get there. Everything happens for a reason, all right?
Right.
Okay. Have you been sort of having pain between your shoulder blades?
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah, I'm feeling like the best way to explain it is right between the shoulder blades, there is a point that I'm really tightening up and it's making like it's hard for me to breathe. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's funny because I have been having little my asthma attacks back, and I've never had them. I ain't had them since I was in fifth grade, and now I've been going through a lot, and I'm having them again.
Yeah, it's the stress that you're going through right now. It's kind of what's causing a lot of your health issues, if that makes sense. So,
yes, ma'am.
The money situation that you're kind of feeling at the moment, it's all going to work itself out. Like they're showing me that it's going to be a little chaotic for you, but as long as you go with the flow, it's going to level itself out and things are going to start going in the right direction for you.
The things are still going in the right direction.
They're going to start. Do you have, sorry, what was that?
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you have the opportunity to move up at work?
I mean, kind of, but not really.
Okay. They're showing me that you can, if you let your boss know that you're interested in that next phase, that they will start training you, if that makes sense.
Okay. And this is it at work. If I just ask them, to move up, they let me.
Yeah, just let them know. Yeah, just let them know that you're interested. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What does the number 2 mean to you? They're showing me the number 2. Does that mean anything to you? Do you have 2 children?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay, so the number 2 doesn't mean anything to you? Okay. All right. Well, they're showing me the number 2. So there's an importance around there where something might be shifting in 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, but watch anything that's going to be coming in the twos, because they're showing me there's a shift coming. Okay, so it could be the second of a month. It could be the second week of a month. It could be in 2 months from now. So just pay attention to the cycle and what's going on with you at the moment. Okay? Because there's some changes coming your way, my girl, and they're going to be for the good. Okay? You just got to stay positive. Okay? Do you have any questions?
No, not anymore. Not yet.
Okay. Do you have a grandma on the other side?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did she have trouble breathing at the end?
Just over what?
Did she have trouble breathing at the end? Was she on oxygen? Because I'm getting like something, and I hate that when they put the tubes in the nose when you go in for surgery, and it's feeling like I have something there.
Yeah,
does that make sense? Okay, so, okay, did you spend a lot of time with her?
I did whenever I was growing up. She passed away whenever I was like a baby almost. Like not really a baby, maybe about, I remember seeing her all the way up until, I think it was 2001, 2002. So maybe I was, 7 or 8.
Yeah. Was she teaching you how to cook at the end? Because she's in the kitchen and she's showing me a little girl, and she's showing me teaching that little girl how to cook.
Yeah, she did actually. Because before she had went to the nursing home, she was like really hung out with my mom.
Okay.
And her.
Are you still cooking quite a bit?
No, I haven't had a home cooked meal in a while. So I've been like pretty much like homeless.
Oh. That's going to be changing for you. Okay? And when it does, she wants you to start cooking.
She said whatever. She said that pretty much it's going to be changing for me, that I'm not going to be homeless tomorrow when she does. She wants me to start cooking. So pretty much, I've been getting like losing my weight. My fiance was murdered, and ever since then I haven't been able to like keep my appetite, and it was like it's only been like 8 months.
Well, my girl, things are going to start getting better for you, okay? You just got to believe in yourself, okay? And everything happens for a reason. Just look for the bright side of it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Do you have any other questions before I move on to my next caller?
No, ma'am. And you have a blessed day. Thank you so much.
You too, and all the best of luck, and it's coming your way. Trust me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, we're going to go to Amanda in Phoenix. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Oh, well, thank you for calling in. How are you today?
I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing awesome. I kind of had a couple of days recovery from the X, from a week long of readings, and now I'm ready to rock it.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, so your card is Celebration. Your light is radiant. Be open to spiritual and material blessings coming your way. Now, that tells me you're going to have a lucky streak going on here in your life. Has things been a little turmoil for you?
Very.
Yeah, that's going to start to calm down. We've got the new moon that's kind of switched, so things are going to kind of level out for us. Now, okay. Okay, do you know who in the family had either a miscarriage or lost a child?
I've had a couple of sisters that have had that.
Okay, there is one that's coming through. Now, one of your sisters has been having a hard time with this?
Yes.
Okay, well, they're not supposed, like, the baby's here, and they're not supposed to have any guilt. It wasn't their fault, and the baby wants your sister to know that. Okay? All right, so let's, okay. Now, do you have any questions, or are you just looking for something in general?
Just in general.
Just in general? Okay, who in your family has high blood pressure?
Not exactly sure.
Okay, I'm getting like I want to fall back feeling. It's not like it's a diabetic reaction. It's more a blood pressure issue. Okay, so I'm almost going to get like it's going to be, yeah, I'm working with this a little bit. Has your mom not been feeling well?
Honestly, I haven't been around her. I've been in the hospital with my 11-year-old daughter.
Okay. Okay, so that would, no, I was going to say, I was going to explain it if you're in the hospital with your 11-year-old daughter, why I'm feeling woozy, but no, they're going back to your mom. I don't think your mom is feeling very well, so you might want to call her and just check in. Okay? Now, I'm going to see. Okay. Has your daughter been having trouble breathing?
She did have trouble breathing a while back. Not recently.
Okay, is it asthma? Because I'm getting a feeling like it's almost like an asthma attack or a spasm in my bronchial tubes.
No.
No? Okay.
Her lungs collapsed like a while ago, a month ago.
Okay.
And she was on like a breathing tube.
Okay. That would explain the spazzing. All right, let's go into this a little bit. Okay. Do you have a grandmother on the other side? I'm seeing like a grandmother figure that is with your daughter at the moment, if that makes sense for you. Okay. So she's making me feel like she's watching over your daughter. She's also watching over you. You've been quite tired lately, and you're going to need to take a little bit of time for yourself. You need to get some rest.
Hearing that over and over again.
Yeah, you need to get some rest, because if you do not take care of yourself, you cannot take care of your daughter, and your daughter's going to need a lot of extra care when she comes out. If that makes sense. So you need to learn. You need to learn to ask for help. So you need to ask for somebody that can sit with her, that you trust, that you can just stay within the hospital, but have a place where you can go and rest. Because I want to yawn, so I know you're tired. Okay?
Definitely.
And you haven't been eating very well, they're telling me. Your grandmother's telling me you're not eating very well. That you need to start getting better food into your system, or you're going to be in the bed right next to your daughter.
Okay.
Okay? So you got to nourish your body for you to be able to take care of her.
Hello?
Are you still there? Hello? Amanda? Okay. So while we're trying to get connected back in with Amanda here, we'll talk a little bit more about where I was going with Amanda. As caregivers, we tend to put ourselves last, and we do not take care of ourselves. Hi, Amanda.
Hi. Sorry,
that's okay. I was just going a little further into how caregivers, we don't take care of ourselves, and how important it is that we do take time, and we don't have to feel guilty about it. Okay? Because I know there's a little bit of guilt for you, And I don't want you to feel guilty, my girl, because what happened is not your fault. Okay?
Okay.
Freak things happen to all
a really
of us.
rare type of leukemia.
Yeah. So you really need to start taking care of yourself so you can really take care of her. She has a little bit of a rough road ahead of her, but Grandma is telling me things are going to get better. It's just going to take some time. Her little body needs to recuperate. Okay? But she's also a fighter. Like, they're telling me she is a very strong-willed child. So even though you'll say no, she'll say yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And she wakes up always with a smile on her face, and she always tells you it's going to be better. Yes. So in her own way, she's trying to take care of you because she can sense your energy and your fear.
Okay.
So it's very important for you to just take some deep breaths and clear your mind. Okay?
Okay.
And relax so that you can be happy. So you'll want to start laughing and giggling and funny jokes, cartoons, and just go with the flow. And my girl, if you need to cry, it's okay to step out of the room and have a good cry and give yourself permission to do that, because you've been holding everything in since she fell sick, and that's not good for you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now, do you have 2 more children?
I do.
Okay. Who are they staying with at the moment?
My sister.
Okay. Have you talked to them lately?
Yeah, I saw them yesterday.
Okay. I'm getting the feeling like the middle child isn't quite understanding what's happening. Does that make sense to you?
No, because he's been involved the whole time, so he knows exactly what's going on.
Okay. I'm getting the feeling like he's not quite, like how would I say? He's acting like a man, but I don't think he quite understands everything that's happening. He understands he has to stay with your sister, okay? He understands you need to be at the hospital with your daughter, but I'm getting the feeling like there's something in there that he's missing, because I'm feeling a little confused.
Okay.
Okay? So he might understand, but he might have questions as well that aren't answered, so he's sitting at a little bit of a confusion area.
Okay.
Okay. Now, oof. Okay, where's hubby in all of this?
He comes back and forth. He's working right now, but he's been staying between the boys. He'll go home a day or 2 during the week, and then he's at the hospital with us the rest of the time.
He's been burning both ends of the candle, has he not?
Yes, he is. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Both of you guys are going to need to learn to take a little time for yourself. Okay? Hey, Kate, I'm almost getting like a panic attack. Does that make sense?
That's how I feel every day.
That's how you feel every day? Okay, I wasn't sure if it was you or your hubby, but I'm feeling like I'm just going to start to hyperventilate.
That's me. I feel like I can't breathe.
Okay. You can breathe, my girl. Okay? You just gotta take a step back, okay? So when hubby comes to the hospital, go out and get yourself a cup of coffee and a sandwich and just let him sit with your daughter, and that's okay. All right? Because he gets away, even though he's burning both ends of the candle and he's taking care of the kids and he's going home and he's taking care of his job and everything. He actually gets away from the hospital, but I'm feeling like you never get a break.
I don't want to leave.
You need to, my girl. You need to. And don't go far. I'm not telling you to go 10, 15 minutes away. But you need to step out of the hospital and you need to have a cup of coffee and you need to have something sugary, even though I just told you to eat healthy. You need to kind of have that little treat for yourself, okay?
Okay.
And you need to just get outside and you need to get some fresh air and you need to meditate.
Okay.
So find a place that you can sit and meditate, but you're really close by that you can be in her room within 2 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
And that's okay. And don't feel guilty when you do this. You need to do this. Okay?
Okay. I almost lost her 3 times, and so I'm just afraid to leave her.
She's a fighter, and Grandma's with her, my girl. Okay? And like I told you, she has a tough road ahead of her. But for you to be able to give her the proper care, because as the caregiver, you're also giving her energy for her to heal. Okay? So if your energy is low and tired and anxious, that's the type of energy you're going to be giving her.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, so I need you to step away, not very far, but step away so that you can change your way of thinking and your energy, and then you can go back in with a refreshed energy that she can get the proper energy off of you to help her fight the fight that she's got ahead of her. And she's got a little bit more of a bumpy road in front of her, but she's a fighter.
Yes, she does. Okay.
Like, I'm not seeing anything bad. I'm just seeing that she's going to have a bumpy road ahead of her, and she's going to need all the strength you have, which means you have to take care of yourself. You have to step out and change your frame of mind, get yourself calm, and come back in.
Okay.
Okay? Because if you don't, you're not going to be any good to her or your other children or your husband. You're going to burn out. Okay?
Hi, I'm Kathy, and thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now, back to A1R on the air, Psychic Talk Radio, now on Moonstruck TV, enlightening television.
Hi, this is Dream Reality, and I'm your host, Mary Amy, coming to you from A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. My site is listed at the bottom of the screen, maryamyofficial.com. And I'm an intuitive wisdom coach. As an empath intuitive, I'm able to connect to your inner spirit, which allows me to use my extrasensory abilities, seeing, hearing, feeling information about you. I'm here for you. I see the light, the hope, and the beauty of the universe. I'm a conduit to channel your dreams, helping fulfill your earthly purpose and course to personal enlightenment. I am human. I have faults, but I strive to be a better being and good person. As a coach, I listen, establish trust and support. Be the first to be a friend, be the first to speak of light, be the first to acknowledge the beauty of nature. On today's show, we have topics and callers. I reveal ways to a calm and peaceful inner spirit. I guide you towards enlightenment with topics such as nature and kindness, visualization, dreams, and meditations. To positively begin your day really matters. Let's together think of suggestions and have suggestions each day that will bring a beautiful flowing day. And be aware of signs and messages. Pay attention. My first suggestion is going to be to write down your sleeping dreams. So whatever dreams you have while you're sleeping, write it down in a dream journal. I've been doing this since 2014, and let me tell you, I've gotten messages and signs and guidance. It's your soul bringing you to your destiny. Now, if you don't remember your sleeping dreams, and I've spoken to clients in the past, and they've said to me, Mary, I don't remember my dream. So I'm saying to say to yourself, tonight, when I dream, tomorrow morning, I'd like to remember my dreams. And within a week, you should start remembering your dreams and writing them down. So that's my first suggestion of the day, to start to have a positive day. The second would be to have an affirmation, something like, I will be honest, kind, and positive to all living things. So I would be honest, kind, and positive to all living things. The third suggestion I would say is to do a visualization. Close your eyes right now, and I'd like you to take one moment out of your day that you want to have be successful and run smoothly. And I'd like you to visualize that particular moment working without a hitch and having success. The fourth thing I would like you to do is to ground yourself. And how would you ground yourself? Well, wiggle your toes, feel your feet in your shoes, and visualize, imagine your feet firmly planted in the earth's surface. And if that's not working, maybe put your hands on your knees, your hands on your ankles, so that you can connect your mind, your body, and your spirit. Now, the fifth thing I'm suggesting for you to do is when you step outside of your home, be aware of a piece of nature. So notice the blue sky, grass, a tree, and send kindness and light to that piece of nature. So let's run through it. First would be sleeping dreams, write them down. Second, an affirmation. Third, a visualization. Fourth, ground yourself. 5, notice nature when you leave your home. Now, the last and final, the 6th suggestion I have is to send positivity. And what I mean by that is, send a positive thought to someone. It doesn't even have to be someone that you know. It might be someone that you know. Be kind to someone. Do an act of kindness. Think of light and send it to someone. So those are my 6 suggestions to having a positive day. Enlightenment. The law of karma is actions and effects. Non-virtuous and negative actions equal suffering. Positive and virtuous actions equal ultimate happiness. Let's all perform acts of kindness to all living things. Join me in light and peace. Let me remind you that aggression does not shift away with negativity or acts of aggression. The only thing that will take away aggression is light and positivity. So here's aggression. Don't butt heads with it. Send light to it. Be positive and shift it away. Buddha, a philosopher, teacher, sage, and monk, passed away when he was 80 years old. He was born 563 BC and passed away 483 BC. He simply believed in rebirth and suffering. He said, what we think, we become. One thought is very powerful. Thoughts, words, and actions matter. Healing. Now, if you feel stuck emotionally, spiritually, or physically, let's focus on your breath. Together, let's do this. So close your eyes and let the breath out. Okay, I would like you to focus on your breath, your breathing, through your nostril. So you can just calm your mind down and you can start to practice this. So breathe. And try to get rid of any distractions or anything that is bothering you in your thoughts, and just let go. Growth happens when we take chances and challenge ourselves. I've spoken about white light. White light is the strongest light, and its source is the universe. We're connecting directly with God's light. White light heals and protects. Today, I'm going to do some white light healing on our audience, and I'm just going to send you light right now. I am going to make some recommendations for books today. These are some books that really started me on my way to enlightenment. And we're going to start with, which I've mentioned over and over again, The Four Noble Truths, which was written by the Dalai Lama, and it's the Buddha's teachings. And you can get all of these books on Amazon. There's Deepak Chopra's The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success. Again, you can purchase all these on Amazon. And this was a really important book to me at the time. I read this a long time ago, The Celestine Prophecy, and then there came out many, many books after this. And this talks about how people in your life that you come across might not seem important at the time, but then they have a message to bring to you, and it's like you're drawn to them. They have the same kind of vibration as you, and so you're drawn to that person. And that's what this book is about. I highly suggest The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield. And then, of course, I'm going to recommend my own little spiritual guide, which is The White Light Prophecies by Blue Butterfly. You can also purchase that on Amazon. It comes in Kindle form. And so each week, I talk about gemstones. And I have now created and made this very beautiful box. And it's covered with glitter. And so I'm just going to just hold out all the gemstones that I have been working with. And I want to say in my children's book that's will be released soon, Earthly and the Gemstones, these are the 6 gemstones that I actually present in the book. And here they are. So we have the rose quartz, the black obsidian, amethyst, carnelian, clear quartz, and amazonite. And all of these gemstones have healing properties. What do you do with these gemstones? Well, when you get a gemstone, I suggest that you take it home and you wash it with some warm water and soap, and then you put it outside and let the light hit it. And then you just can keep it anywhere. You can carry it with you. You can put it by your bedside. I literally have a gazillion gemstones. Like this whole container right here, it's Amazonite gemstones. I have these all throughout my house. And you can also purchase crystals, which is what I showed, I guess it was 2 weeks ago. And my last topic is about manifesting. And it's so simple, manifesting. It's really about if you can connect to joy when you think of something, then you can manifest it. And so the 3 steps to manifesting are 1, write down your goal or desire or dream or wish, and just write it down on a piece of paper and then put it in your sock drawer and leave it there. And then we're going to do it together right now. So you've written down your dream or goal, whatever it is. Sometimes I use the example of something material like a yellow car. So we'll say it's a yellow car. Okay, so you close your eyes and you're going to visualize whatever it is that you want. If you want a car, if you want this perfect job, if you want a companion, I would like you to visualize having it. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this. If you're trying to manifest a companion, a partner, a loved one, you're not going to visualize the physical attributes. You're going to visualize more of the person's torso body. So it's more of them being kind to you, hugging you. It's not necessarily a physical look, because that might be just too specific, and you have to be open to that. I believe if you want to manifest the perfect person for you, you have to first want to spend time with that person. That's what you should be looking for. Somebody that I would like to spend time with. Not what they have. More like, is this person of interest to me and I care about hearing what they have to say and I enjoy their company? So that's 2. So you're going to visualize whatever it is you want. And if you can feel joy when you visualize it, then you can attain it. 3rd is what you're going to talk about it as if you already have it. My significant other is kind to me. You're not sharing this with anyone else, any of these details, because if you're going to manifest it, you can't share it with anyone else because their thoughts can taint whatever it is you want. Plus, who knows if they really want what you want. So 3rd is to talk about it as if you already have it. And that's how I would suggest manifesting. Before I move on to my caller, I would really like to just say, today, try to be a better person. Try to find the beautiful glowing light that's in your heart and bring it forward and connect to it. We all have a strength inside of us. We were born with it. Own it. Empower yourself. Find your ultimate happiness. Today's caller is April in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Hi, April.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Okay, so immediately I received information about you, April. I saw, it's interesting, like an old-time dressing table with a perfume bottle on it, and it was lavender. I don't know what that means yet, so let's see. Now I'm getting a storybook, something related to, and it's not a fairy tale. I want to say it's a storybook, which is something that would be with children. Let's see. And I'm receiving about you. Okay, so I'm receiving about you that you have your plans, you have your goals. You're not in a crazy rush. You actually take time and you set a time for when you're going to approach something. You are you actually kind of move pretty slow with that, but you do get things done, and you don't like to be pushed. You like to take your time, and it's in your time. Is there a direction you would like me to go into, April?
I have been having a hard time lately, just a lot of sadness and stressed, and I feel like my sister is trying to send me messages from the other side. So I wasn't sure if you could read
Okay, so right
and
away
see
I
what
got
those
some
messages
kind of,
are.
okay, so right away I got some kind of board, not tic-tac-toe, but some kind of related to maybe a crossword puzzle, something. I got, as soon as you said her name, I started receiving something related to a puzzle of some kind. I'm sorry, I spoke over you because I wanted to get that out. And now I'm seeing actually trees around some kind of body of water, but it's not a big body of water. It's more like, I want to say, there could be a waterfall there. It's more like some kind of, how do I say, not in a jungle, maybe an exotic location. There's a body of water and I'm seeing foliage around it. What were you saying about messages from her?
I've been seeing a lot of feathers. She's been leaving feathers in my house, white feathers, there's brown, gray, black feathers. During this time of being stressed out, I feel like she's just constantly sending me messages, but I'm not sure what the messages are.
Okay, so, that's actually known to be something. I've heard people say that in the past, how they say feathers mean something, either a loved one or an angel or something related to a being in another realm. And so when you found these, it means something to you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're already saying, you're kind of putting out that energy that if you see that, then that's what that means to you. So then that's probably what it means for you, is that she is connecting to you. Okay, so let me see what I see about her. I definitely see there's someone over your head. I see someone, I want to see that I see the color red for some reason. I see that she's dark hair. I see that she's over your head, like kind of like a shelf above you, and she's kind of sitting propped up above you. So she is close to you, and she is watching you. Has she visited you in your dreams?
When she first passed away, like 5 months ago, she did, but I haven't dreamt of her since.
She does feel, I'm sensing that she feels like there's a freedom, and she doesn't feel, she feels content, where she's not, the connection is a different connection than when she initially passed with you, but she is returning and coming back to you, and feels comfortable doing that. And I think she's more or less, she's doing it for you. She wants you to be okay.
Okay.
Is there something that you wanted to extend with her? Do you feel like you need to have her stick around?
Oh, absolutely. But I do feel like she does this all the time. Like, as I talk to you right now, I'm staring at a red cardinal out my window. And I always feel like that's her.
Okay, so that's maybe where I got the red from.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's lovely. I think that's wonderful, because it's not like it's not imposing on her. It's like, how do I say it? Her energy, the energy that I'm getting is very like released and very not indifferent. I want to say that she's feeling very comfortable in her existence now. And as long as you want her to come around, she will. She will remain within you, around your being, around your energy. And have you let go of some of these feelings, or do you want to? Or do you want, I mean, have you let go where you feel like you're at peace with her passing?
Absolutely not, no. I feel a lot of guilt.
Okay. Yeah. So I thought, so do you want to start releasing some of that so that you feel better?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Have you done any journaling, April?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to make a few suggestions because that's kind of what I do. I'm a spiritual coach as well as an intuitive, and I'm going to suggest two things. One would be to take take a little composition book or a piece of paper. You don't have to share this with anyone. It's just your words, and just sit down and just start writing. And you can say, "Oh, I have nothing to say." You will be amazed. Every word that you put on a piece of paper will be something, and you might even cry through the experience, and just do stream of consciousness. Don't worry about grammar or punctuation. I know I can see that you're someone that you want everything to be just right, and I get that, but that's not what this is about. It's more like just letting some of it go because it's at such a high level with you. I sense that it's very, very intense, and if you just start to let some of it go, a little bit at a time, and then you will feel better. You will feel better. I mean, you will have a smile on your face. You will feel much better. That's the first suggestion. And the other is, I suggest you go to a body of water and you just let go of some of this. You can, whether you cry or you speak about it. I don't know if you want to get angry, but you need to maybe let go of some of this guilt that you mentioned, because that's hurtful to you. And I don't believe that your sister wants you to feel that.
I don't need that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so those are my two suggestions, and I really appreciate you calling today, and I hope you can find me on maryamyofficial.com. I'm on Instagram, and I'm also on Facebook if you want to write me a message. And about your dreams, you can talk to her before you go to sleep, and you can ask her to visit you and maybe kind of just communicate with you, and she will visit you in your dreams if you ask for her to visit you.
I do ask her every night.
Okay.
Maybe she's waiting until my mind's cleared a little bit more before she comes back.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe. I mean, you know what? She knows that you need her around, and I understand that. And it's been very soon. She just passed, as you said. So, it's a process. And I'm not suggesting that you let go of all of what you're feeling. I'm just suggesting that you let go of some of this emotion, because it can kind of keep you stagnant, and then it can cause you pain, and then it can become physical. Not only is it spiritual, mental, emotional, but then you start to feel physical pain, like you might wake up and your leg hurts or your head hurts or something, or you can't sleep at night. And that's what I'm suggesting, is to let some of that go.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll try.
Okay. All right. Well, it was a wonderful conversation, and I wish you the best, April.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. My purpose is to help and heal, and that's why I'm here on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV, because as my name of my show is Dream Reality, is I would like your dreams to become a reality. And I'm saying that because I actually have manifested my dreams, and I'm hoping that you can manifest yours. And thank you so much for listening and watching. Thank you to Dave and Constance, my producers. And you can find me on maryamyofficial.com, on my website, my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Twitter. Thank you for joining me.